Hello folks, welcome to the Cherwell training for the desktop client. We are going to go over some general Cherwell features on that client. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go over some of the Cherwell terminology. They stress consistency and have given us a basic guideline to follow. So the user or owner are us IT technicians who will be working on resolving the ticket or issue. The customer or requester are the faculty staff contacting us about the issue. The manager is the supervisory role within the department, the IT department. And the team are all of the different IT department teams within S&T. And lastly, the service provider are the classifications of all of the different campuses in the system. So of course, we are the S&T service providers. So within the Cherwell desktop client, we are able to use keyboard shortcuts to get the job done. So you can save a ticket by clicking the Control S buttons. And you can move about the ticket by clicking the Tab button. And lastly, you can refresh your page by clicking the F5 button. Alright, let's go ahead and log into Cherwell. You can find it in your Windows Start menu or on your desktop. Then enter your S&T ID and password. The first thing you see when you open the client is the dashboard. There are two kinds of dashboards, the technician dash and the manager dash. This video shows the technician dashboard. However, the manager dashboard has a couple of different bells and whistles, such as the reporting tool. There are three ways to search within the desktop client. One way is to directly search for tickets in the task pane. So you would have to know the ticket number ahead of time, or the customer is reading it off to you while you are on the phone with them. Another way to search is at the quick search that stays at the top of the page when you are on different windows within the client. This will give you tickets, customers, and journals. Lastly, the knowledge pane. At the right allows you to search a topic and it gives you the knowledge articles, open tickets on the topic, and the attachments about the topic. So at the top of the dashboard, we have a Create a New Ticket button. However, the Report a Cherwell button below that will eventually go away after we have a handle on the new client. To the right of that, we have filters. Similar to the Assign to My Selected Groups and Remedy, it allows you to pick your team's queue to view the tickets. As of now, only managers are able to view two teams that they are associated with at a time. Technicians are only able to view one team's queue at a time, and it is important to note that you are unable to view a different department's queue, only the queue associated to you. So, I am at the help desk queue and can only view that queue, so I'm going to go ahead and select it. So at the center of the dashboard, all of those numbers are totals. That provides a quick look at my team's overall summary of the tickets. So you can click on the numbers to see a list view of the tickets that are categorized in the boxes. The bottom of the dashboard shows your open tickets and the team's open tickets. So Cherwell does a funny thing where it makes a big distinction between a service and an incident request. So the difference between the two are an incident is a break-fix situation. So someone is reporting something that is broken or not working. And then a service request is, what it sounds like, a request for a specific service, much like purchasing a product. So there isn't a spot to classify a ticket as an incident or a service request. This is a predefined feature that is set within the ticket once it's been created or classified, and I will show you guys that in a minute. I'm going over the toolbar at the top within the dashboard. The toolbar changes depending on where you are in the system. So you have the home page that takes you to the dashboard we see here, and the new button that it allows us to create a new ticket or knowledge article. The knowledge article will be available at a later time when we have gotten comfortable within Cherwell. I will show you the toolbar when we create a ticket here shortly. So to create a ticket, we're going to go ahead and click on the Create a New Ticket on the plus button at the toolbars. And the first thing we will do is put in the customer information. Again, the customer is also called a requester. We can put in the customer's username or employee ID and it will populate. You can even put in the customer's last name and it will give you a list to choose the appropriate customer. Once you have the chosen requester, you can view their personal information by clicking the blue arrow on the right. This pulls up their PeopleSoft info. If the customer has a different phone number or email they'd like to be contacted by, you can go ahead and click on the Add Preferred Contacts info and choose what you'd like to change. When you change the phone number under the Preferred Contact info, you are not changing their set PeopleSoft information. If an admin assistant is putting in the request, they can request a ticket on behalf of a faculty, staff, or student. So their information will go in the requester section and we would select Submit on behalf of to know who they are submitting the ticket for. You will have to search for that Submit on behalf of person using the wildcard values so folks with prefixes will populate in the search. When the ticket has been fully created, you may email the customer by clicking on their email and updating the body of the email as shown here. So something that you do want to keep in mind is that Cherwell stresses to keep the ticket number at the top of basically the subject of the email. So that way the customer replies back to the email, it will automatically populate into the ticket. Where I'm typing right now is the body of the email. And all of these fields can be edited, so you can edit to your choosing, but make sure to keep that subject the same. So every email auto-populates within the journal notes that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, and that is because of that little checkbox on the left side is checked automatically. So no worries about that, and we're just going to go ahead and pretend to send that email. Now we will put in what the issue is in step 1 by recording all of the details. So remember, the inputted information here can be viewed by the customer inside of the customer portal, so you definitely want to keep it professional. We are able to make a description reader friendly when we click on the green magnifying glass on the right side. It pulls up a rich text editor that allows us to make a list, change the typeface, bold, and even more. We can link tickets to existing major incidents. If your team has an incident that is affecting many customers, the tickets created about the same incident can be linked to one another, and most importantly to that major incident ticket. Next, we are going to classify the ticket, which means that we are putting in what the context of the issue is. So we're going to go down the fields and we're going to select what type of service, category, and subcategory the issue will be. When all of the fields, the requester, the step 1 and step 2 are complete, you can now safely save the ticket without getting an error. As you are working on the ticket, you may want to reclassify the ticket because it has changed, as to what the issue is. So something to note here is that all tickets will automatically be put back to the help desk queue or the help desk team queue. So in the future, Cherwell will not do this. It will stay within the current team, but as of right now, they will have to be put into the help desk team queue, and we will make sure to put that back in your queue, or before you exit out that ticket, you can just assign it back to your team. Now we will put in the work notes into the journal notes, stating what we have done for the ticket, so like troubleshooting. You can create the journal note by clicking on the New Journal Note button at the top left of the Journals pane. You may type in what your journal is and create a new journal after that. You will notice that the journals appear red on the left side. That is because it has not been marked as a red journal, so you did not read it yet. You can mark the journal note as read by clicking on the box next to Mark as Read. If you started a journal note and don't want it anymore, you may abandon the note. It will disappear when the ticket has been saved. You can change the view of the journal pane here and choose your preferred method of viewing. You can also scroll through the journal notes here. So the journal pane includes tabs that has all the customers' tickets and their tickets within, the last 30 days. Emails sent to the customers will automatically appear within the journal notes. The list of the owners will change depending on what team is chosen. If the team is selected, you may choose what team the ticket will go to and it will appear in their queue. You can claim ownership of a ticket or assign it to another person by clicking on Select Owner or Assign to User. So at the top of the ticket toolbar, it holds the same buttons as the dashboard. However, it does have extra buttons. We have the Save button. We have Attach a file to the ticket in question by clicking on the paperclip or dragging and dropping the file into the ticket. Lastly, as you are working on tickets, you will notice that the ticket will be locked, and when you save the ticket, it will become unlocked. This is set so that way if two people are making changes on the ticket, they won't overlap. You can set a ticket to pending by clicking on Set to Pending here at the top. Then fill in the reason why you'd like to set it to pending. You can resolve a ticket by clicking on Resolve Ticket at the top as well. And again, you fill in the cost code and the reason why the ticket is being resolved. You will notice that some customers are FERPA restricted, and you will see the red FERPA on the right side of their requester information. VIPs will have a crown next to their requester information. On the dashboard, you will notice that some tickets are blue, some are yellow, and some are red, and most of them stay black. The reason is that the blue tickets on the dashboard are set to pending, so they have a little pause button on the left side. The red tickets are high priority tickets, and the yellow tickets are the VIP customer tickets. When you are ready to log out of the Cherwell desktop client, you just simply go on the top left and click on File and log out. Thank you for joining us on this training, and the best of luck, and please contact us if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you.